Hey guys, how you doing? Today I wanted to walk through EDC, everyday carry video, what I keep on me, what I walk around with every day. And I'm going to do it showing you where I put these things as I'm taking them out. Start with a watch. This is actually a solar watch. It's the Tough Solar. With all the built-in sensors and everything. This one has worked for years for me, and it's by Casio. Really nice little watch. I just carry it on my arm. I wear a pair of pants. These are 511 Tacticals. They've got slanted pockets in the back, but we're going to start with the front, and I'm just going to go through what I've got in each one of the pockets. I'm going to start with this little tiny pocket right here. This little tiny pocket is perfect to slide in this, and it just slides right in here like that, and then I can seal that. This is a full-size bandana, and I've also got a Leatherman with a full-size pair of pliers built into it. And I'll give you guys the information on the Leatherman as well. But what I like about this Leatherman is everything in it locks in place. So once you pull something out, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to lock the blade right wherever the blade happens to be. I like this one because it's got the built-in saws and the built-in knife, and it's got the built-in full-size pliers, easy to pull out, easy to use, wire cutters, what have you. So that just gets folded into this. I've gone to places that do security screening, and I've pulled this out and just tossed it in the drawer, and they've just thought it was a pair of a big hanky that I was carrying in my pocket. So that one slides in there and buttons down right like that. In my left front pocket, I carry my car keys. My car keys have a tile on them, so that if I can't find them, I can use my phone and I can call it. Conversely, if I lose my phone, I can hit my tile and it'll ring my phone. I also keep an emergency flash drive with emergency stuff on it. Keep a bottle opener in case I need to open a bottle. It also rips open things, and it's got a flat head on the end of it. Emergency door key as well, in case I need to open an emergency door, lock it in an open position, and then just a myriad of different keys on here for different things. I also keep a little tiny cricket. This locks in place. It's a real handy little knife to have on your keychain. Locks in place so you won't cut yourself. It does stay only closed like that, so you got to be careful sometimes in your pocket. If you're moving stuff around, you could skewer yourself, so just be careful if you throw that in your pocket. So those just go in my left pocket, which I'll just throw into my left pocket right there. Also in my left pocket, I keep this little guy. This is a holder for a lighter. Pop that open, and now I've got a big lighter. It keeps the lighter nice and dry. It's a watertight container. I can also flip this backside up and have it depress. If I only have one hand, I can flip this up onto there, and it'll hold it on while I'm trying to get it to light if it's a windy situation. So just put that on there, and I put this hair tie over it just to keep it shut while it's in my pocket, so that I don't have it separating while it's down inside my pocket. Now, on the other side, I keep a couple hair ties. Never know when you're gonna need some hair ties. I also keep some lip balm. Keep a few extra dollars in there, and my emergency set of keys for work. So that's what goes in that pocket there. In my lower pocket down here, I keep an emergency candy bar with a little piece of duct tape on it. It's actually Gorilla Tape, which I can use for several different things. And this is just a candy bar. It's actually one of those Clark bars. And then I keep one of these in there. And this is a full-size sandbag. Why in the world would you keep a full-size sandbag in your pocket? Well, weighs nothing, lays nice and flat. I'm not going to stuff it back in there because it'll take me a minute. Weighs next to nothing, folds in there nice and flat, and it's a nice clean surface for me to operate and do anything that I want on. Or if I need to, I've got a sandbag that I could put together. Now in the top little pocket right here, I keep a little tin of Altoids. These aren't actually Altoids, they're something else. They're another type of mint, but same idea. And I just keep those right there because it's nice and handy. Now I've got a little tin with me if I need to use a tin for something. And at the same time, it keeps them from moving around too much. On the back side here, right behind that little tin, I keep a knife that I can pull out of my pocket. That's a locking knife. In California, it's not too long. This is a Smith & Wesson border guard. Again, locking knife. It's got a seatbelt cutter, glass breaker, and on these pants, they actually make an extra little piece right there so you can hook stuff onto it without wearing your pants out. So that's what hooks right back there. Keeps that nice and taut. On the other side, in that back pocket there, I keep a tactical pen. Again, it's got that little piece right here. It hooks right there. That way I've got a pen with me at all times and a weapon on either side. That's it for the front. Now if I flip these over, what I like about the back pockets are slanted. They don't come across, they go at an angle. So when you sit down, your butt isn't, all the stuff in the pockets end here. So your butt doesn't sit on anything that's in your pockets. Now in the back of one of them, I put my wallet. I have a metal wallet. I don't know why I stuck that thing to it, but I did. I got a metal wallet and it just keeps me from putting too much stuff in it. At the same time, no one's gonna come by and run an EMP or run a credit card swipe on that and get my information out of that pocket. And that's the only thing that I put in the back. I also run a belt, and off of the belt, I've got a couple things, but I wanted to pull the belt out just so that I could set those off to the side. So I just run a standard belt. On the back side of the belt, I've got a one-hand emergency tourniquet. It just goes through and is sitting on the back here. The other side, I have this little container that I put stuff in, and it sits on the opposite side of this pen. So this pen here goes on my right-hand side. This pen here goes on my left-hand side on the belt. So it's gonna sit over here on the belt. Again, quick access, easy to use, easy to get to. This is actually a holder for my cell phone. So anytime I need it on my left-hand side, I can pop that open and pull my cell phone out, and then I can slide it back in. So it's very accessible. I actually had to go in right here where these guys meet. I had to go in and re-sew these on with some heavier string to get it to hold the weight, because this has got a bit of weight in it. But it works excellent, and I've got maybe a half dozen of these pouches in different colors. I keep emergency earphones in there. I keep an emergency compass with the lanyard so I can throw it around my neck, throw it around anything else. Emergency fire starters. Emergency pills. This isn't all Advil though. If I dump this out, you'll see I've got just a myriad of different emergency pills in here. Imodium, anti-diarrheal, something in case we get hurt, just some regular Advil. So it's got a few different things. I just like the little container because the little container can hold it all. Where did the pill go? So I just put it in there and it gives me a nice little place to put all the pills so that I don't have to go hunting for all the different little things that you might need. And if it won't shut, all you gotta do is tap it a couple times like that and you'll get it to shut again. I also keep some potable water pills in here. But inside of here and on top of those, I keep a couple sets of earplugs. So I've got earplugs and then I've got the water pills. I've got the earplugs and then I've got the cotton and then I've got the water pills on the bottom side of that. So if I ever run into needing some fresh water and I don't have any, I've at least got something I can work with. Carry a couple of these. These are magnifying glasses so that if I had to, I can read real fine print. I can also start a fire with it. I keep it for the fire starting stuff, but at the same time, you never know when you're going to need to read something you can't read. Old credit card wrapped with Gorilla Tape. Slice that Gorilla Tape into little strips, pull it off, wrap that around something, and now you've got a fire starter that'll definitely burn. Keep some emergency cards in here that have a whole bunch of different uses built into them. Hooks, cutting devices, lures, a whole bunch of different pieces. Ground air signals, Morse code, escape and evasion tips, fire building tips, water tips, basic navigation, basic survival tips. I may not be the one using these. It may be one of you or somebody else that ends up getting a hold of all this stuff because I'm incapacitated for some reason, but they need the skills that they don't have, and this at least gives them something to start with. Then if something happens and I break that glass bottle that's got the aqua tablets in it, and I can't use any of those earplugs that I have in there, I have an extra set of earplugs that I just keep loose in here. Emergency photo of the wife and I, credit business cards in case I need to give someone one of my business cards. And that all is on the front side. In the back side, I've got emergency ferrule, which we all know how that works. And this is definitely a new ferrule rod because it's got the painting still on it, so I need to rub some more of that to get that off. Anyway, I got ferrule steel, ferrule rod, and some cordage on one spot. Emergency face mask in case I have to do first aid, save someone's life. Full-size mini flashlight. On the back side of that, got an emergency key for handcuffs. And I only buy these things if they come with a lanyard, because I always tie this lanyard to something. 2 is 1, 1 is none. Here's another little flashlight. This one is a real nice little flashlight. I think it's only got like 60 lumens, but fits in your pocket. and it's a real handy little flashlight to have. This is the Coast G19. If you guys are looking for a real nice little flashlight. These were the Duracell 250s that they used to carry. They're the number 1346. They used to carry these at Costco and then they stopped. They made them bigger and now you can get them with 500 lumen, but no lanyard, so I stopped buying them. Okay, let's see, what else do I have in here that is of importance? Mailbox key, but again, just a little bit of cordage on there so that I can use it. How to use the tourniquet. I may, again, not be the one using this thing, but I've got the instructions, so if somebody finds me with the tourniquet, they might be able to help me with it as well. Emergency credit card, emergency little band-aids, the wife's birth certificate, another one of those emergency things, another picture of the wife, another one of those emergency things, another emergency credit card, my wife's emergency credit card in case I need to use it. I've got emergency checks in here from 2 different accounts in case I need to pull money out and they won't take a credit card, but they'll take a check. My emergency, these are interesting. This is actually a certified copy of my birth certificate that is that small, that'll fit in my pocket. I also, though, carry a pocket version of my my passport card. So if I have to, I can use my passport and it's on a little tiny card. More checks. These are those emergency checks they give you from certain places saying, hey, if you want to buy something, use these. I carry some of those just in case something were to happen and they wouldn't take it from my bank, but they'll take it from that bank. Another emergency USB with our emergency files. I put all the files on here, but then I put a password on them and I lock them so that nobody can get into it unless they have the passcode. That way I've got an emergency set of our files if we need to use them for something. I also go into Windows and I lock it down so you can't get into this unless you have that passcode. So this is another type of emergency cordage, but it's not 550 or anything like that. This stuff has got a wax on it, and it's a much thinner, so that I could use it for snares or something small, something a little more handy. And the last thing I have in here, and I think the last thing to share is I carry an emergency one of these too. This little guy, you never know when you're going to get yourself locked out of your house and need to go in and get that door back open again. So emergency little pick kit. This thing is Violent Nomad is the one that makes it. It's a heavy little thing to carry around, but it's a nice small little compact set, and it works pretty good. I've been able to open whatever it is I needed to open with this, including a master lock. So if you guys have ever tried to pick a master lock, this thing has come in handy for that as well. So that's everything that I carry in these pockets. Again, they're the 511s, the tactical 511s. I get them in a little bit bigger than my waist size. They've got a little bit of stretch in them, as you can see right here. So that way, if I have to, I can throw a pair of sweats on underneath them and they're still comfortable enough for me to wear. They're not too baggy, but they definitely will work in a pinch. These come in several different colors. You can also get the shorts, and the shorts have the same exact layout at the top. You're just missing the bottom pockets here, but it's got the same, Actually, I think you get those pockets. You just don't get the knee pad area. These have a section in them right here where you can slide in a knee pad insert. And I have the knee pad inserts. I don't like wearing them when I'm just walking around if I don't have a reason. Sorry, my roosters are getting a little crazy out there. So I don't like putting the knee pads in if I don't have to, or if I'm not going somewhere where I'm planning on kneeling, because if I put them in, they're flat, they're not curved, so they're flat and they're rubbing against you as you're walking, and that makes it a little bit of an irritant, and they get a little warm because you're not getting the airflow. So just something to keep in mind. But the shorts you can get, the tactical shorts are identical, and the loadout would be identical for them. And that's why I get them, because I don't want to start wondering where I stuck something. Everything has a place, everything goes in a certain place, and it goes there for a reason. And I don't want to have to wonder, you know, where did I put that this time, and what pocket did I put that in? Quickest way to lose something is not remember where you put it. So that's my loadout for my EDC, my everyday carry stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.